or deny what Mizu just said there?
Hi, chat.
Now
Now you will never know what Occo was going to confirm or deny.
Exactly.
What's up, guys? Hope you guys are doing well. Unfortunately, LumLum is in a spunk tonight, so you guys are getting Dama again, which doesn't bother me. I like having Dama around.
Nah, Dama's cool. I played Animal Crossing with Dama once. They're pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
Oh God, you're both such white girls.
Yeah,
I
we
am
should go to
literally not white.
Starbucks.
Eat you a pumpkin spice.
That's so gross. I hate pumpkin spice.
Unironically, my dad, who is nearing his middle ages now, he is like the biggest fan of pumpkin spice. Whenever the autumn comes, he will get anything that it has to do with pumpkin spice. And my mom calls him such a white girl for it. And he is like as Scandinavian as it gets.
Fair.
It's kind of funny.
But chat, we hope you all are fine tonight. Admittedly, tonight is going to be a little slow. But that's okay. Not every night has to be jam-packed with stuff and things.
You know, it's funny. Every single time you kind of say that, and then it turns out to not be a slow night. So I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Well, look, last time we said it, we didn't realize that somebody was going to release a insane, schizophrenic, 20-page document about social sex trafficking.
Oh, yeah.
That was very unexpected.
Yeah. Did you see that Ava covered that?
I did. I didn't get to watch Ava's coverage. I need to go back and watch it.
It was good.
Give
was
it a
good.
shot.
I love that she's dipping her toes into doing more video content.
It's good for her. She needs to, keep it going.
Indeed.
Also, chat, I'm sorry if Dama looks a little distracted. They've decided to play Final Fantasy tonight because they wanted to torture themselves.
You messaged me at the start of an alliance raid. I am not a quitter. I don't abandon my duties. Haha.
You say as you went from a priest to like a satanic Latina demon girl.
No, I use bow.
I'm gonna
I
tell,
don't think you're allowed to
Discord
pull
that we're
double
live.
duty with that. I don't think the church is allowed on that one.
Well, I made the rules of my church.
I made the rules. It is my church.
Yeah, Darwin, thank you for the reminder. Everybody, please give the stream a like. Subscribe if this is your first time here and you want to see some more news. Well, that's something we could bring up. So before we get into everything, this week, all of the news VTubers are just quitting. Or at least we're finding out this week that they've all quit or quitting.
That's right, they mostly are. I saw that Kyo. Well, Kyo's not quitting. I think he's just taking a break. Is False quitting?
God, I
No.
wish.
I think he's
He
also
made a
just
video, I
taking
think, a
break.
few hours ago.
Oh, please tell me he is. I can only get so erect.
Oh my
Look,
gosh,
chat,
my
though,
baby
we
Skipper's
kind of
born.
covered this in our private chat, but I think my take on it is probably the most accurate take, is all of them are dumb because all they do is news and drama.
Yeah.
Like, they don't give themselves leeway to try anything else, so they burn out really bad. Like, yeah,
That's
we
why
do the
chat-
podcast every week, but we have our own shit going on. Them every single day, day in and day out, it's covering every little thing that happens.
And that's why, chat, I play video games on the side so that I don't get burned out. I keep my brain focused and busy.
Well, and there's no reason for them to talk about it every day. Like, they're forcing themselves to have to talk about something. And it's like, you're talking about, like, Mori Calliope posted on Twitter that she had to go take a poo. Like, you're at the point where you're just not covering anything that matters.
Did somebody actually, like, do that?
No,
I would be
but
kind of disappointed.
No, but you get the idea.
No, I know what you mean.
You're just picking up whatever you can grab and trying to make a story out of it. And it's like, sometimes you can just say, you know what? It's a slow news day. How about we sit down and play some games, chat?
Yeah. What about Lydia? I think Lydia is kind of struggling right now. Wait, is it Lydia? Yeah, Lydia's the other Gyaru. She's struggling right now because Twitch is screwing her over.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah,
don't
she
put
keeps-
politics in any of my tags.
Well, she is getting screwed over because she's got tan lines, which makes me happy I don't have tan lines. If you have tan lines, it is considered sexual content on Twitch.
What?
Ow!
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
Yep. So she's getting screwed over for having tan lines.
Uh,
I have a chalupa.
That's fucking wild.
That's crazy.
Then go to that new streaming platform people were linking in our chat.
Oh yeah,
They've
there's a
already
new.
got naked women over there.
It's called Party with an I.
It's gonna die in a month.
You think so?
They're not the first streaming platform to try the method they're doing to get new users.
And the method is
Paying
we'll pay
people to use it.
Yeah.
They did
I
the
could do
same thing
that.
last time, and the person who used it the most was fucking Narcissa Wright.
Oh, you're talking about Restream.
No, not Restream.
Or not Restream. Fuck, what was it called?
It's dead now.
I can't remember what it's called. But they died. I think they died because of copyright issues.
Partially, but they were running out of money before that.
Were they really?
Yeah, because they were paying people to use it, but like they weren't actually bringing in money. It's one of those
Interesting.
things, like I joked about this a lot with Epic Games, but there's only so much you can do that without like some consistent stream to back it up.
Yeah.
Like Epic
Yeah.
Games has been doing that with every random indie game they can, and even they've had to admit like they're starting to run out of money that Fortnite isn't paying for enough.
Right. Vstream. The problem with Vstream is nobody talked about it.
D-Live? It might have
Um,
been D-Live.
No, DLive is still around.
Is it?
Yeah.
There?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's still around. Mixer? No, not Mixer.
Mixer was paying the big streamers. Mixer didn't pay any of the little streamers. This was a service where if you were the top streamer on their service, they would give you a bunch of money. And since nobody was using the service, some nobody with like 50 viewers was the top of their service. And it was fucking Narcissa Wright. And then they got super mad because Ethan Ralph went over there.
Yeah.
And Ethan
Yeah.
Ralph immediately became like the top earner.
Lydia had to go to surgery. Oh, that sucks.
Pray for
Hope she's
Lydia.
doing better. Yeah. I actually like
Yeah.
Lydia.
I don't know them. Should invite them on.
I will ask them. They are pretty cool though. They're very chill.
Everybody's
They're-
throwing out guesses. I'll be honest, chat. I don't know.
Chat.
I'm not even sure
Oh,
I'd
fuck.
recognize the name if I saw it. It's been so long ago. Back
I
when
will try and
Bloodsports was
find
a
out.
thing. Look at little Dama, just all focused.
you
I am focused.
Are
I
you
believe
I'm
winning?
in the last battle.
Are
are
you
the
winning,
Denger.
Dama?
My whole alliance is dead.
That sounds about right.
Also, hello, chat. I see more people piling in. Hope you guys are always having a good night, good day, good evening.
Good morrow.
Good night.
Before we get
Good
before we get too much into like the regular news, do you guys have any personal news going on? Any stuff going on in your life, in your streaming?
Well, my Trump video hit 40,000 views, and I have absolutely no idea why.
Congratulations! Look at you.
I'm getting quite overwhelmed with just how good it's doing. I was I don't know if I told people this, but I was going to be happy with 20,000 views. If it keeps growing like this, I feel like it might get close to 100. And I don't know what I'm going to do if I get a video that big.
I don't know. Give yourself a hug, pat on the back.
I guess.
Just
I'm
be
just really
careful
happy.
because you're just gonna attract a lot of the political people.
It will, but I think the anime is kind of tapering off the political people that are going to be weird.
That is a possibility. Yeah. What about you, Dom? Any personal business going on?
Not really. Finally verified my AdSense. So that's
That's
great.
Did you get that letter?
Yep.
Speaking
got
of,
it.
my letter came in today too.
Nice.
At least I'm pretty sure it's it.
Really?
I haven't actually opened it yet. I mean,
Oh,
it's
you
from
should.
Google. I can't imagine it's got anything else in it.
I think they just send you a pin. That's what mine had.
Yeah, you know what? Speaking of, I'll open it right now. Obviously, I'm
Oh,
not
we
telling
get-
you guys what the pin is, but I'm gonna
Opening ASMR.
opening my Google letter ASMR.
You could get a million
I was
views for
kind of
that.
confused opening it because it was like a tear at the corners. I was like, what? I felt
Yeah.
really stupid.
What do you mean? This is how like all the government documents are shipped. This is how most businesses ship their paychecks. If you get paychecks by the letters. Oh, I sort of see your problem because they have you open on the top and the bottom, and then the left side.
Yeah, I was like really confused by that.
Whereas
Yeah.
most of them have you open left, right, and the top. Why do they have this open up so wide? You don't need that much.
I don't know.
Guys,
It's
the pin
literally
is
a
1,
letter
2,
with a
3,
code
4.
flip.
No way, guys.
Is that
Even if you
really
said
it?
pin.
It's got like this weird design with a bunch of the word pin written on it 100 times. And it says, here's your pin, here's how to use it. And that's like all that's here.
Yep, that is it. That is it. That is literally what they have to send you. And the only reason why they send it to you is to verify that you live at the address that you put down.
I
Yep.
mean, that's fair. Like, that doesn't bother me. It's just like, so it's a weird thing to send, I guess. I don't know.
I think you're more bothered by the fact that the word pin is put all over the place.
Yeah, like it's an optical illusion with the word pin written all over it. I mean, I guess I'm gonna save this in like my folder of special things in case for whatever reason I need it.
It's a special occasion.
It is. Also, guys, I hope all of our AdSense stuff is working. I've gotten most of it like in order. It should be good.
Well, that's good.
At this point, it's more like Tumblr pre-Exodus. Oh, it's BlueSky is trying to be 2017 Twitter and complaining about the users doing what 2017 Twitter users did.
Oh, I can't wait to talk about that. I'm so excited.
Yeah, so this is always the thing that comes up with any of these new platforms that a lot of places don't understand. When you make a competitor to any social media, the first two groups that are going to show up are the people from the furthest left and the people from the furthest right politically, because those are the two groups that regularly get banned everywhere else. So your first people are going to be the people that got banned everywhere else. That's why it's always hard to grow these new platforms, because you have to like push through that. But you also like then you end up where you eventually get to this point where you just start banning them all again, and then it creates like another problem. Because the reality is, if you're gonna ban all of those people, why aren't people just using the regular Twitter? Because it's already established.
Yeah.
And
it leads to a weird echo chamber, and it sometimes breeds weirder people that otherwise were properly kept off of places like Twitter.
Yeah. Honestly, I think if a lot of these platforms stopped banning as many people, we wouldn't have as many crazy people. Because, like, when you ban these crazy people, they all unite together in a space together where they then, like, gas each other up. If you didn't ban them all, you could have them all, like, in the regular public, and then their views could be challenged regularly. And it's not going to fix all of them, but it's going to fix some of them.
Yeah. I don't know. Probably. It's a weird one because, like, I remember when we were talking about how Elon Musk banned the word lolly, and it like drove actual predators to using other words.
Yeah.
And I feel like we've got a situation where those people are trying to run to another platform to try and continue to hide themselves. I don't know. Maybe it'll push all the predators off of Twitter, and Elon Musk can let lollies be great again.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, people that are actual predators typically use code words, obviously, to hide themselves so they can share stuff back and forth without getting caught. And Elon Musk, in his infinite Twitter wisdom, just continually bans the code words they're using to find each other. And this is a problem because when federal agents are looking for these people, they're using their code words to find them because they eventually find out the code words. And the federal agents prefer if the predators, for as long as humanly possible, do not know that they're using the code word, because that way they can catch as many people as they can.
Yeah.
But Elon, every time he finds one of their code words, he bans that code word so you can't search it. So then they just move to another code word. And it keeps happening over and over again to where the feds can't keep up with it. And at one point, that code word was lolly, so lolly, that's why lolly is banned on Twitter. It has nothing to do with actual lollies. It has to do with predators hop-skipping over to different words. I don't know what word they're on now. The only one I ever really cared about was lolly.
I think that's the one everybody cared about. Nobody cared about all the other words that they used.
Yeah.
There was, like, somebody told me one of the new words they were using at one point, and it didn't make any sense. Because I think the best way to, I can't remember what it was, but I think the best way to describe it was it sounded like something Elon Musk would have named one of his children.
What the fuck?
What?
If anybody knows what Elon's children are named, you get the reference.
Yeah, one of his children is named like some weird binary.
Yeah. There was, at one point, one of the new code words they were using that somebody showed me was something that I would have expected Elon to name one of his children. It was that kind of word. And I was like, how the this is just like your fucking Google password. Why is this your new code word?
Maybe it is somebody's Google password and we don't know yet.
That's a possibility.
I don't know, Mizu. Have you checked these people's emails lately?
Yeah. Oh. But before we get too deep into all that chat, I thought we'd do something like kind of chill tonight after it was recommended to me, and just talk about video games, because we all like video games, right? I mean, one of us is over here playing video games right now.
We just wiped, so I had a full alliance wipe. I'm so screwed.
So, the Game Awards nominations just happened. Did that happen last week? Because we can also talk about that.
The
as
Golden
well.
Joystick Awards, not the Game Awards.
Yes, but the nominations for the Game Awards happened, and then the Joystick Awards have happened.
I don't know anything about that.
About the nominations, I know that the Game Awards did not nominate Black Myth Wukong. They nominated the Elden Ring DLC as for Game of the Year. They nominated Balatero, I think is how you pronounce that.
Here, one sec. I'll pull up the...
Pull up the list.
Well, because you didn't say we'd talk about this, so I didn't have the list.
No, my apologies. I figured just bringing it up in passing because I felt like it would be important to this. I love video games. Me too. Video games
Me
are cool.
3.
I don't know. Black Myth Wukong is on the Game of the Year list.
For
Game of the Year.
For really?
Astrobot, Balataro, Black Myth Wukong, Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree, Final Fantasy, and Metaphor.
Oh, I guess I was wrong then. I thought
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking. I could have swore I saw it. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Never mind.
It's also up for Best Game Direction, along with all the same games.
Never mind.
Does it pop up anywhere else? Fucking Life is Strange is up for Best Performance. Fuck off.
Why?
Same
Really?
with Star Wars Outlaws. You are lying to yourself. That is not happening.
I
So
lost faith in gaming.
we actually talked about this the other day, chat. I don't remember if it was on stream or not. But the only thing Dragon Age got nominated for was innovation and accessibility, which is bullshit because you can't rebind the keys on Dragon Age Veilguard, and that's bare minimum accessibility.
Wait, really?
Yeah, they don't let you rebind
Oh my
keys.
gosh.
It's literally the barest minimum of accessibility to allow people to rebind keys, because it's people with like problems with their hands, or people with like missing digits. typically need to be able to rebind their keys, especially if they're using a unique keyboard made for them.
Yeah. Holy
Yeah.
cow, that's funny.
So, being able to rebind keys, literally bare minimum accessibility. Dragon Age doesn't meet it, but it's still nominated for innovation and accessibility.
I wonder if they're
Wow.
gonna take it back now.
I actually don't know why any of these got nominated for this, because there's no way Call of Duty Black Ops 6 has added anything new. Diablo 4, no fucking clue what they're on about. I'm pretty sure it was a mobile game, right? Or it was close enough.
That's a good question. I don't know.
Look, if you're gonna give me innovation and accessibility, like, I need reasons. Like, you have the best performance up here. You tell us what actor specifically it's for. Innovation and accessibility, I want in a little tilde off to the side. Why? Because this is really specific, right? But it's...
Wait, what did Outlaws do?
I don't know.
That's crazy.
The game with
I
no
don't know,
evil
man.
outcomes was innovative. No, innovative in accessibility, specifically. This is something you have to give me a specific example for. Because with some of this other stuff, like, yeah, people kind of know what you mean by audio design. People kind of know what you mean by art direction. Like, these are very subjective things. But with innovation and accessibility, you're going to have, like, a specific thing to point to. Like, maybe they have some new system for colorblind people. Something like that. Like, you have a specific thing you could point to, but you don't.
Not really, no.
Surprised R6 Siege wasn't nominated for accessibility for the wheelchair operator. It's not that kind of... It's not representation. It's accessibility. There's a difference. Yeah, they need to say what was helpful. Like, because if I was voting for one of these, I would not have any idea, like, why I would be picking any of them. Because you would have had to sit down and specifically play through all of them to understand anything that could have been in there. There's games for impact, which I admittedly don't know what this one means, but I'm assuming, like, emotional impact.
I think it's DEI.
I think it's emotional impact.
Possibly.
Best ongoing games, which of course Fortnite's in here. While Helldivers 2 is technically ongoing, I actually don't think it qualifies here.
Is it in the listing?
Yeah, it's in the listing for best ongoing. I don't think it qualifies. Can you not see my screen? I'm sharing it.
No, my apologies. I didn't have it pulled up for whatever reason. I can understand
all of
kind of why.
All of these others I
in
understand, but I don't know why Helldivers is in here.
I don't know why Destiny is in there. Destiny's not a good game that's ongoing right now. That thing fucking sucks.
But it is ongoing, at least. That's what I mean with Helldivers 2. It's ongoing in a very, very technical sense of the word.
Right.
I really don't think you could actually qualify it as ongoing. It's still getting updates, but I don't think it counts.
Right.
I'm thinking more like these. Like, Fortnite's literally been going on for, what, 10, 15 years now? Something ridiculous.
Yeah.
These top three are literally defined as MMOs. I don't think Helldivers qualifies. If I had to guess, with this one, it's definitely between Fortnite or Final Fantasy. There's no question.
You think so?
I think Final Fantasy's gonna win.
I would like Final Fantasy to win. I think there's a good chance Fortnite wins. But I don't think any of these other games have a shot. They just no shot.
No, there is no way Destiny takes anything. Like, they fired the guy that does all of their music, so there's no way they win even music for anything nowadays.
Yeah. Best community support, No Man's Sky got another nomination this year.
You know
honestly, I think No Man's Sky takes it. Like, sheer number of people behind it, Fortnite and Final Fantasy. But just, like, actual passionate community that refuses to die, definitely No Man's Sky.
I agree.
Yeah.
How is it not ongoing if it gets new stuff? When people say ongoing, they mean stuff like MMOs. Like, games that are actual, like, breathing game worlds that keep getting more and more, like, major updates added. Helldivers, regardless of how they're handling it, is still basically just a 4-man PvE game. It's not really the same thing.
I don't know. I've always kind of looked at it like a D&D campaign that everybody participates in.
A little bit. But your impact is so small, like on a scale, that it's really hard to tell what you're doing at all.
I mean, yeah, but it's probably small so that you don't like overrun the game with just playing it a lot.
Game for impact, from what I looked up, is basically for thought-provoking games or important social issues. Okay, I will give you the DEI thing then, if it's social issues is listed.
Yeah.
It's kind of DEI.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't the story ongoing? Like, the story is very technically ongoing, but the story is very technically there.
The story in Helldivers is you're fighting a war against bugs and robots, and apparently another race eventually. But there really isn't like
And every week you get like a 1-sentence blurb about your impact. I don't think that counts. I'm sorry. I refuse.
I don't know. I
That's
feel like
not hate against Helldivers. I just don't think that counts. I don't think that's enough.
I definitely think it could, but I see what you mean.
We have Best Independent Game. The only one I know is Balatro because it's at the top. I don't recognize any of these others.
I've never even heard of Balatro.
Yeah, I actually see it on the front page of Steam a lot.
That's the card game.
Yeah.
Right?
It's the card game. Somebody'd have to explain to me what Balatro is and why it's so special, because from everything I can see from the screenshots that Steam provides me, it just looks like I would be playing like a regular gambling card game. You know, like
that's kind of
poker or something.
I think someone said it has story. I'm like, I don't know if I want my poker game to have story.
The only one I would want to have, the most story I want is that new Liar's poker game, where you're all 3 anthropomorphic animals playing at a table, and whoever loses has to Russian roulette themselves.
Oh, I saw that game. That game is so cool. I've seen people cheating in that game too. It's kind of funny.
Would you believe it's based off a old sailors game that was popularized by Pirates of the Caribbean?
Balatro?
No, the shooty one. With the anthropomorphic animals. Liar's Bar,
yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
It's based off Liar's Dice, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
The concept is basically the same. Except, you don't cap yourself if you lose. They took Liar's Dice, turned it into poker, and then added Russian roulette. Because why not?
No, adding multiple games in one here. Holy cow.
Yeah. Best debut indie game. Balatro again, Animal Well, Manor Lords, which I have heard of Manor Lords. Pacific Drive, which I've seen a couple times. And The Plucky Squire. Never seen The Plucky Squire before. What is The Plucky Squire?
I've not heard of nearly any of these games.
Oh, this looks cute.
It's cute, yeah.
No, it's like oh, look at it.
It's kind of got a Hello Kitty style coloring.
Oh, it's by Devolver Digital.
Oh, so they published it. Okay.
This is cute though. Like you're running through like all these little play mats and stuff.
Yeah, stuff like that's pretty cool.
I could get behind this. Super cute. I think it looks great.
Is Satisfactory on this list anywhere? Because I feel like they deserve something.
Can you call this a debut indie game if it's being published by Devolver Digital? I mean...
I know what you mean, because Devolver's basically a publishing company now.
Yeah, like they're not... It wasn't made by Devolver. It was made by another company. It was published by Devolver. But it's still kind of big.
Like... Wouldn't that mean the developer owns it, or?
Publishing is kind of complicated. I don't want to get mixed into all that.
Right.
Helldivers 2 in support community is a massive joke. The only support they give is when everyone leaves the game and devs are forced to change their bad design approach to fix problems they created. Beardmaster for 10. I think CEA is CAD.
Yes, it's CAD.
Best mobile game. This one threw me off because it included the Pokemon trading card game, which came out like, what? Didn't it come out like literally a couple weeks ago?
Yep.
Wait, they're gonna nominate that? Really?
Pokemon trading card game Pocket. Literally came out like a couple weeks ago. Here, let me double
Nintendo,
check.
what the hell?
It's really new, I'm pretty sure.
No, Satisfactory's not on the list. Well, at least I won something from the joystick, which we'll talk about. I'm gonna get on my grandstanding when we do.
It released October 30th. So it's been out about a month. And it's already nominated Mobile Game of the Year.
I know that like any game at any point in the year, but Nintendo. I'm a little baffled right now.
I talked about this on Twitter the other day, by the way, but I finally downloaded this Pokemon trading card game. And I have learned this year that I've never played this trading card game correctly. I've never followed the rules right.
I don't think unless you're a pro that many people do know how to play the card games correctly.
Yeah, this, like, playing through it, it explains how everything works. This is the first time I have ever played it correctly.
That's kind of funny.
But the other one's AFK Journey, which is... It's what it is. It's an AFK game. Balatro, which I guess... Yeah, sure.
That's funny that they're getting nominated in multiple ways like that.
Woo-Wah and ZZZ. Honestly,
good.
Chat says it's not going to Woo-Wah or ZZZ. I think if it doesn't go to these two, it's rigged. It's got to go to one of these two or it's rigged. I think it's more likely to go to ZZZ than anything, honestly. Did Dustborn get anything? Don't even joke, chat. You know the answer to that.
The answer is no.
They couldn't even get away with that if they tried. That's not happening.
I don't think Jeff Keighley could get away with that, even if he probably wanted to. I don't even think any of the people that are on his panel of judges would do that.
Yeah, I don't care how rigged these awards are. They're not getting away with Dustborn.
They know, chat, that Dustborn sucks out.
Dustborn.
The reason, though, chat, I think it might go to ZZZ is because despite the fact that, yes, it is a lot of hot girls, and it is definitely Coomer bait, for some reason, MiHoYo attracts all of the normies. I don't know why.
Good job with that.
I will never understand why, but I can see it going to ZZZ because of that.
No, I can see that.
Best VR AR game, which I don't know much about these. I do have Metal Hellslinger, but I haven't had a chance to play it yet. I played Arizona Sunshine like years ago on Xbox.
So it wasn't originally a VR game?
No, it wasn't. It's not even a new game. It's a remake of a really old Xbox title.
Okay.
I have never cared about the Game Awards. However, I do enjoy the coping and seething about Failguard getting snubbed. Thank you for the $10, Dark Resurrect.
So are people actually like reading that game didn't get nominated?
Oh, there's a billion articles right now.
That's funny.
Here,
just like a journalist saying that it was snubbed and that it should have been nominated and shit.
Where is it? Dragon Age the Veilguard endures brutal Game Awards shutout by Forbes.
That is funny. Who wrote it? Sorry if you closed it. I'm just curious.
Paul Tassi!
Of course it's Paul fucking fucking Tazzy. I knew it. I knew it. I
Who's Paul
fucking knew it. Paul Tassi, dick sucker of all things woke. Holy fuck.
Oh no.
Of course,
That
it's
man-
Paul Tassi.
More like Paul Tussie.
Dama, do you know who Paul Tassi is?
Polygon, there was one big snub in the Game Awards nominations.
Oh, fuck.
I have not heard of him, no.
So,
By Ollie Welsh.
hmm.
Dragon Age the Veilguard, a game engineered to succeed at the Game Awards, did not.
Engineered to succeed? What the fuck are you
Biggest
talking
snub.
about? Holy fuck. The cope and sneezing chat.
The Game Awards voting jury snubbed BioWare's latest game in a series of key categories where it would have been expected to compete. It secured just one nomination for innovation and accessibility, which is decided by a specialist jury.
Not even Pride Magazine wanted that shitty game. That's how bad it was. And they're the ones that helped decide the nominations.
A nomination for Game of the Year seemed beyond its reach, even though it's 1 point higher than Black Myth Wukong. They're so mad about Black Myth Wukong. I don't understand why they hate the monkey game so much.
Because it's normal video game.
Because it's
Oh
something
my
they can't
gosh.
control.
My night has been made, chat. You have no idea. The fact that it was Paul Tassi on that article. I'm good.
I spent nearly 80 hours in Dragon Age Veilguard and somehow already desperately want more. No, you don't.
Oh my god.
No, you
Poor
don't.
person.
Dragon Age Veilguard latest patch improves photo mode, adds arrow key support. What do you mean it didn't have arrow key support?
What?
How are you adding arrow key support? What do you mean?
They just added it, clearly.
Oh no, yeah, clearly they just added it, Mizu. What do you mean?
As for
Th-
other quality of life changes, arrow keys can now be bound to input mappings. What do
Why
you
wasn't it
mean?
there the first time?
What do you mean you couldn't use arrow keys?
You're not allowed. It's against the rules.
Mizu. Mizu, do you remember when we played Toontown and you were like, what the fuck is this mapping?
Yeah,
It's exactly like that.
except you weren't allowed to remap it at all.
Yeah,
What
that's
do
so
you
bad.
mean? And you're telling me this gets points for innovation and accessibility? You can't even rebind your arrow keys?
I'm gonna say whoever decided to make that nomination, they didn't actually play the game. Or they just want woke points. Either way, it's bad.
That's funny.
It is hilarious, and I am so happy.
Best
That I got
action
to laugh
game:
at it.
Black Myth Wukong, Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Helldivers 2, Stellar Blade, Warhammer 40k, Space Marine 2.
I bet they're so mad about Stellar Blade.
I'm gonna have the hot take here. Every game doesn't belong in this list except Black Myth and Stellar Blade. I don't think the other three qualify at all as action game.
I agree.
This is one of those things, and I kind of mentioned it the other day to a couple people, but video game genres are not meant to be taken 100% literally. Because if you take them 100% literally, every game is technically an action game. That's not how it's meant to be used. It's
Well-
kind of meant to be more in the melee combat Souls likes, sort of.
It's just like, how do you define an MMO? Because me and Temp, when we did our podcast last Sunday, we're talking about what qualifies as an MMO.
Yeah.
And it's kind of hard to denote what counts as an MMO to some people. So it eventually comes down to, are you just going to go based off of what the original meaning is, or are you going to go based off of what most people will agree it is today? So, but no, I agree with you.
Yeah, I think the other three count as shooters. I will give Warhammer 40k half points. It's half points as action game for me. Call of Duty, not at all. Not the slightest. And neither does Helldivers. Neither of them get it.
Well, Call of Duty is just a FPS shooter.
Yeah, it's just a straight up FPS. Space Marine 2 counts as an action game. Actually play it. I give it half points, and I'm maintaining that. It is riding the line. Action adventure, Astrobot, Prince of Persia, Silent Hill 2, Star Wars Outlaws, and Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom. From what I've seen, and admittedly I've not played it, I don't think Astrobot counts either. It's a platformer. He's just a bog standard platformer. I don't think it counts.
It is basically a 3D Mario platformer.
I'm not seeing the action. I'm not seeing the adventure. This feels like you guys just really had to force it in here, to be honest.
It does look fun though, and I can't wait for it to come to PC.
It does look fun.
Yeah. With this one, I really think Legends of Zelda takes it, like, in a fair world, but I can see it going to Star Wars Outlaws.
Oh yeah. Did you hear that Star Wars Outlaws right now has like 71 people playing it?
Yeah. There's no reason
At least
to
on
play
Steam.
it. There's no reason to play it.
No, absolutely not. They made the woman look like a dog.
Best RPG, Dragon's Dogma 2, Elden Ring Shadow of the Erd Tree, Final Fantasy Rebirth, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, and Metaphor Refantasia. Fantazo. I don't fucking know how to pronounce it.
Now, I want to ask you, how much of the bottom of the barrel scraping do you feel like they're doing if they are now including DLC as a nomination?
Somebody pointed it out, but they've actually included DLC pretty regularly. It's this is the first year DLC can be nominated as Game of the Year.
Fair.
DLC has been able to be nominated before in the past.
But do you think it's still scraping the bottom of the barrel to use it as a Game of the Year title?
Yes. For Game of the
'Cause,
Year,
like,
it's scraping the bottom of the barrel.
The fact that we could potentially have Elden Ring become Game of the Year again, that is hilarious to me on levels that shouldn't actually be. Like, this should not happen. Like, this shows me that they just really don't know what they're doing.
This is also going to be my other hot take. I don't think Elden Ring really fits RPG.
Yeah, to be honest, yeah.
I would put it in action adventure. I'd put it in either action adventure or action.
I guess I
Maybe
can
not
kinda see
action,
that.
more like action adventure. I don't really count it as an RPG. That's my hot take.
Okay.
And that's not one of those, like, I'm going to have you, like, a specific reason why. That's going to be more like a, I feel in my chest that it doesn't count kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Also, not an FBI for $2 A. Don't know what the A is. Oh my word, no dragon to them guard.
Nope.
But yeah,
no.
I don't think Elden Ring should have best RPG. I really think it should go to Metaphor, honestly, because I don't think Dragon's Dogma was as good as a lot of people wanted it to be. As much as I know people like Yakuza, it's I know. I'm not giving it best RPG. And the Final Fantasy, I really consider a remake. I know it's not technically a remake. I consider it a remake. I don't think it counts.
No.
It doesn't count as much as other games. Other games deserve it more. Also, apparently, Temp is actively yelling in calls because I said Elden Ring was not an RPG.
I'm waiting for Malice to get in the comments and actually say something.
I definitely think Metaphor should have it. For, like, different reasons. Best fighting game was Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, Marvel vs. Capcom, Multiverses, and Tekken 8.
Oh man, I don't know. I feel like it should go to.
I would give it to Grand Blue.
You would give it to Grand Blue?
I would give it to Grand Blue, but I personally believe it's going to be between Grand Blue and Dragon Ball.
I feel like it's going to be between Dragon Ball and Multiverses because which game is more normie?
A lot of the time I see multiverses, it's just hated, so I'm not sure.
You think so? You think that you think then that it would go to Dragon Ball?
Oh, sorry, I didn't read that all the way, chat. Yeah, I actually don't believe the Marvel vs. Capcom should be included. Because it's a collection of the arcade games. I don't think that counts. Maybe if you wanted to do like a best remake category, you could maybe throw that in there. But yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna like not count that one.
Multiverses isn't profitable? Well, I don't think that profitable should denote like if it's good in its category.
Yeah, but people hate it, is the thing.
If people hate it, then no, yeah.
People regularly talk about how much they don't like multiverses and how
I'll have
annoying
to take your word
it
for
is.
that one. Yeah, I'll take your word for that because all I thought is that people liked it. But
Nerdy
granted, I really don't talk
for
to
$10. Think they're desperate for views and know Elden Ring was popular, so having it twice for 2 years has never happened before. Be nice to the puppermint.
Yes, be nice to the puppermint. I love that Temp is getting mentioned.
Tekken
now.
8 will probably get it. I mean, maybe, because out of all of them, Tekken is definitely the most mainstream and most normie. But I also haven't heard much about Tekken 8. If we are going for like that mainstream normie crowd, I definitely think Dragon Ball takes it.
Yeah, I can agree with you there. If see, I didn't know that people hated the multiverses.
Multiverses
one.
is very controversial right now.
Yeah, knowing that, I don't believe it would win.
We got Best Family Game, Princess Peach Showtime, Astrobot, Super Mario Party Jamboree, Legend of Zelda again, and Plucky Squire. For me, this category is going either to Astrobot or Super Mario Party. More likely Super Mario Party.
Yeah.
And as a side note, sometimes I forget Princess Peach Showtime is a family game because all I see from that is porn.
Really?
There is so much Princess Peach porn from that game. There's porn mods for that game.
Oh.
Wait, really?
Yeah, people have gone wild with that game, bro.
I imagine that only happens through emulation.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of
Kresnik
mods?
for 5. Hollywood is all remakes, so why not games, since they all aspire to such status, sadly.
That's crazy.
I haven't heard anything about Metaphor, good or bad. I've seen some stuff on it. I don't really know what it's about. But from everything I've heard, I would think Metaphor probably takes it in RPG. Best Sim Strategy. Frostpunk 2. Age of Mythology Retold. Knutsugami? Path of the Goddess. Manor Lords, and Unicorn Overlord.
I know nothing about these games at all.
Me neither.
I thought Unicorn Overlord would have qualified as RPG. That's a weird one to put in Sim Strategy. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Metaphor is medieval Persona. Fair. I don't know. What do you guys think in this category? I think Unicorn Overlord just because it had like a huge thing this year. But I admittedly don't know much about the games in this spot.
I've never heard of any of these games.
Yeah.
Strategy.
Fair enough.
I'd probably give it to Capcom, maybe.
The Path of the Goddess.
Yeah.
Unicorn is turn-based tactics like Fire Emblem. Fair. If it's that, then it's strategy. All I had seen from it made it look like it was more of a traditional JRPG. But that one, I admit, I haven't seen much. Best sports racing game. Nobody cares about these. Nobody.
Moving on.
Skip.
They're not even gonna read them.
Best multiplayer game. Call of Duty, Helldivers, Mario Party Jamboree, Tekken 8, and Warhammer 40k. I don't think Tekken 8 counts.
No, it's just a fighting game.
I'm scrubbing that one from the list. Tekken 8 does not count here. Deleted. No, bad. I personally would probably also scrub Call of Duty from it. Because while it is technically a multiplayer game, when I hear multiplayer game, I typically think more of like team co-op stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Either team co-op or like small versus things. Like, I acknowledge that Call of Duty is but factually just a multiplayer game. It just feels weird to me to actually place it as that. Best adaptation? Are these just the movies? Did Tomb Raider have a movie this year?
No, cartoons. Because Knuckles was a cartoon.
Oh, it's the fucking Netflix thing.
Well, it was a movie video adaptation or whatever.
I heard Like a Dragon was kind of rough.
I heard it's ass.
I think Arcane takes this. I'm sorry, Arcane just takes this. It's so consistent. COD is mostly played online. That's not what multiplayer means. Multiplayer doesn't mean played online. I'm not saying it's not multiplayer. I'm saying it never feels right to call it a multiplayer game. Because multiplayer just feels like it has a different connotation. Granted, it 100% is allowed to be in that category, unlike Tekken 8. No idea why they put Tekken 8 under that. That's... What is multiplayer about that? But it's Arcane. Arcane takes best adaptation.
I'm hearing Temps reeing in the background.
What did I call Tekken 8, not multiplayer?
No, just in general. I could hear him reeing in the background.
Yeah.
I hear the Temper screeching.
But yeah, I Fallout, it was fine, I guess. I think most people kind of liked it. It wasn't that bad. I have not seen Knuckles at all. What do you guys think of Knuckles?
So, from the only person that I know that's a huge Sonic fan, the only episodes that were good were the ones with Knuckles in them, and that was only like 2 episodes, and the rest of it kind of sucked.
Wait, what? Is there only 2 episodes with Knuckles in it in a series called Knuckles?
I might need to like reconfirm that.
That's crazy.
Like, basically, Knuckles wasn't in the show named after Knuckles.
Crazy if true.
Tim says Knuckles was shite.
Yeah. And he is the authority on Sonic in this friendship, so I'm gonna trust his opinion.
Yeah, so I guess we're scrubbing out Knuckles. We're saying Knuckles was garbage. Fallout, I think, was garbage, but I have to acknowledge most people thought it was fine. But they just thought it was fine. It wasn't, like, huge or anything. Like a Dragon was deeply controversial. And it's already a part of, like, a super niche series. I think Like a Dragon doesn't take it. For me, it's between Arcane and Tomb Raider. Because I know a lot of people were trying to hype Tomb Raider, even though a lot of people that like Tomb Raider hated it.
I heard that the Tomb Raider one was really bad.
Yeah. I think hands down Arcane takes it. Just because of series size as well as popularity.
Yeah.
But I could be wrong. But my money's on Arcane. Most anticipated game. Is that what Death Stranding is called? Death Stranding 2 on the beach? What?
That's a stupid title.
Yeah.
That is.
So, most anticipated is Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yotai, Grand Theft Auto 6, Metroid Prime 4, and Monster Hunter Wilds. I think it's between Monster Hunter Wilds and Grand Theft Auto.
I
Really?
say Grand Theft.
You think Grand Theft?
I think the Metroid game could probably fit in there as well because it's been anticipated for literally almost a decade, it feels like.
Possibly. I think that's the problem, though, is why it won't win. Because it's been so long.
I could agree with that.
That's always kind of the big issue with when you announce a game too long ago. Like, literally everybody is waiting for Elder Scrolls 6. Literally everybody is waiting for it. But if you put it on a most anticipated game list, nobody would actually be anticipating it. Because it's been so long, people are just tired, and it's more like when it comes out, everybody is going to look at it. But nobody is actually like thumbing through the internet waiting for news for it. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
The anticipate once it's so long, the anticipation is kind of gone, and people are like, I'm gonna look at it when it comes out, but I'm not gonna bother like anticipating it.
I understand.
I would have given it hands down the Grand Theft Auto like Dama, but after seeing how quickly Monster Hunter Wilds just exploded, I think Monster Hunter Wilds could have it. And it helps that they had like the demo, which having demos like that really does help increase. If it's a good game, having a demo like that really does help increase anticipation.
Was it a good demo? Did you guys get to try it?
I didn't, unfortunately.
I have not.
I heard
Everybody I
it's
saw
over now.
loved it though.
Yes, that's basically what I was told, is that it was fantastic.
Chat, we have talked about this one repeatedly in VTuber circles, because this year, Pecora got nominated for Content Creator of the Year. I'm be
I'm surprised
honest,
it took that long.
out of all the HoloLive girls, I don't know why Pecora.
Maybe maybe she got another monkey and that's why she was nominated this year. I don't know.
I
I'm
think
not
she
saying,
still has one monkey.
like, I'm not saying Pecora isn't big, and I'm not saying she's not loved. She is. It's just because of the nature of the VGAs, you would think they would have chosen one of the English HoloLive girls.
Well, my thought would have been, why wasn't Pecora chosen earlier? Because, like, you know, and I'm not saying that like she's not big anymore, but she's been around for a while. I feel like she should have been chosen back when she was a fresher person on the market.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that.
Yeah, somebody in chat's already said what I think. I want Pecora to win, and I think Pecora deserves it the most out of everybody here. Pecora's not gonna win. They're not gonna let her. That's the reality.
She's a VTuber. She don't win.
Oh, I didn't know
I don't know.
Kojima likes Pecora. Yeah, if Kojima like publicly
yeah.
likes her, then that's probably why.
No, yeah. Like he has multiple pictures of him with Pecora.
Yeah, okay, then that's probably why. Because all the normies love Kojima because he wants to be Hollywood. Best esports game. I could have told you 4 of the games on this list before like anybody brought it up. I have no idea what Mobile Legends Bang Bang is. What?
Can I be
Is
honest,
it
that
League
sounds
of
like a
Legends
Chinese
but on
game.
mobile?
It looks like that looks like a League. That looks like a League of Legends ripoff. The map
Ain't no
does.
way.
Dama was right
That's
again.
literally just Summoner's Rift. It's the same map and everything.
Dama right again.
Rip.
Chat, shock it up to another Dama W.
I don't understand. This is
Dama
just League of
W.
Legends. It's a LoL spinoff? What? Should I know what this game is, chat?
I've never heard of it.
Something in chat says is Mobile Legends a meme nomination. Like, it's just a
Maybe.
MOBA, and it's all this. Who's it put out by? If it's put out by Tencent, I know where they got all their assets from. Chinese subsidiary of ByteDance.
Oh, that's TikTok.
Yeah, that's TikTok.
And TikTok is owned by China, right? Isn't it owned by Tencent?
No. I don't think so.
It's I'm unsure.
Mr. Sniffer, thank you for another seed. Thank you, Joseph Biden.
I didn't click anything. Why did you take me to the ByteDance website? I'm sus of you, Google.
They know.
It's literally stolen IP. Riot is trying to sue them.
Wait, really?
For real?
You're joking. And that's nominated.
History of
Good job,
Moonshin's
Jeff Keighley.
lawsuit. First lawsuit in 2017. Riot sues Moontone for copyright infringement, making Tencent involved to the drama. Tencent is on Riot's side. Rumors that Tencent staff believing Moontone copied League of Legends to make billions of dollars. Because of this, Riot and Google Play Store contracted a deal to remove Mobile Legends. But right after that, Moontone changed Mobile Legends 5v5 MOBA to Mobile Legends Bang Bang. So it used to be called 5v5 MOBA. Okay. After they end the lawsuit, Riot is going to pay Moontone for $2.9 million, and they paid it after due to the popularity on SEA. Second lawsuit, Riot lawsuit Moontone again, but this time it's about the character designs in UI. Riot issued a lot of pictures of what seems to be a comparison about both games having similar display scene on the heroes' unique skins. Third lawsuit. Moontone celebrated their new logo, and look who's knocking on the door. It's Riot for the third lawsuit about the title and Wild Rift assets. Okay, so they took assets from Wild Rift. Riot lost 2 of the lawsuits. Apparently.
Really?
According to this,
How?
it says Riot lost both of the big lawsuits. Even though looking at it is clearly League of Legends. Like 100%. It's just the assets.
If they've lost, they deserve to have their game ripped on. Holy shit.
Doesn't Riot copy Counter-Strike? Valorant is a Counter-Strike clone. Mobile Legends Bang Bang is literally using League of Legends assets. Like, I am looking at the screen and I can tell you exactly where every specific asset came from. So I don't know what the fuck that's about. They very clearly stole assets. Even like the UI design is stolen from Wild Rift.
That's wild, bro.
Countries like their own games. I mean, but Riot's owned by Tencent last I checked. And Tencent's the one that was suing with Riot's help. I don't know. That's just... Yeah, China has no concept of copyright. I thought that only applied to the outside world. I didn't realize it applied inside their own country, too.
I mean,
they just
it
don't
makes
care.
sense. They just don't give a shit.
Yeah. That's the thing, though, chat. It was China versus China. It was Tencent versus Moontone. Or Moontone, whatever.
I guess that brings up an interesting question. If copyright didn't exist, do you think people would still have the same amount of creativity, it knowing that their stuff could get stolen, like it does in China?
No idea.
Nope.
Because I feel like China's kind of proving that they might. I don't know. It's interesting.
At least Omega Strikers is decent. Oh, Omega Strikers sucks. I will die on that hill. They killed Omega Strikers when they made it randomized. It made it so unfun to play.
Omega Strikers, what's that?
It's 2v2, 3v3, MOBA soccer. Or hockey. You've got like a little puck in the middle of the field, and you're constantly hitting it back and forth to try and get it in the other side's goal. Here, I can pop it up real quick. Yeah, here it is. It's, you know, you got the little puck, you're trying to hit it in the other person's goal. It's like semi-MOBA.
Kind of like Rocket League.
The thing is, it was really fun for a long time. And then they're like, oh, we need, the meta's getting stale. So we need to find a way to mix it up. So they took it from where you can make builds for your characters, which is really fun because you can make characters have longer buffs, or you can make their skills bigger, or you could give them more damage so you could just run around beating people up instead of actually trying to score the puck. They didn't like that because certain metas were starting to form. So instead they made it so you only pick up skills in the match, everybody has to pick from the same pool of skills in a specific order based on how well you're performing. And after somebody picks a skill, nobody else can have it. And there's only one of every skill. So if you're building for like a larger skills, and somebody takes one of the large skill buffs, you just don't have that one now, and now your build's fucked. And in my opinion, it just made it completely unfun.
That's dumb.
Like, yeah, it technically made everything, quote, easier, but then it still developed, like, a different meta. Because then everybody kind of navigated around to characters that were just all around good, and characters that had niche uses were basically phased out entirely. Because you couldn't be sure you would get the items for your niche use character to actually be useful anymore.
Right. That's kind of dumb.
So you exchanged one meta that was about builds for characters for another meta that was about characters themselves, and now just some characters suck. Also, it was supposed to shut down. I don't know what happened with that. They told everybody it was shutting down at the end of the year, and as far as I know, it's still going.
Oh, that's good.
We only have 2 more categories, by the way. I'm skipping this one because I guarantee none of us know any of these people are.
Yeah.
And the last one is Best Esports Team. The only reason I'm mentioning any of these is because League of Legends took 3 slots. Billy Gaming, Genji, and T1. I used to be big on, like, professional MOBAs, so I actually do know who all of these teams are. Specifically Na'Vi and Team Liquid.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know who these people are. Do you?
Yeah. What's funny, though, is because a lot of these esports teams, and I guess some people don't always know this, is they typically have a team for every popular game. So, like, Na'Vi started as a Dota 2 team, and I guarantee they still have a Dota 2 squad somewhere on the team. So you'll have, like, Team Na'Vi, which is owned by, like, one big manager, and then he'll have his League team, his Counter-Strike team, and his Dota team.
Interesting.
Chat says T1 and Liquid. Is Faker on one of these teams? I thought Faker retired. There's Steven Kinsella against intellectual property. Examples like Watt stalling the Industrial Revolution for 20 years suing people. And somebody replies with the Industrial Revolution meme. But thank you for the $5, Kresnik. It's appreciated.
Yes.
But, chat, that was actually the VGAs. We were going to talk about what actually did win at the Golden Joysticks. So, funnily enough, Golden Joysticks had a lot more nominations for each category. Ultimate Game of the Year went to Black Myth Wukong.
Congratulations, Black Myth Wukong. You deserve it.
They also they had Dragon Age in here.
Oh my gosh, Satisfactory was nominated for Ultimate Game of the Year?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Chat, Satisfactory did win PC Game of the Year, I believe. They deserve it. 110%. Personal opinion.
I definitely understand why Black Myth Wukong won, though. If I had to guess in Ultimate Game of the Year, it was either Black Myth, Final Fantasy, Metaphor, or maybe Astrobot. I don't think Astrobot would have ever won it, though, because it's, like, quote-unquote, not a mature game. And, like, for these Ultimate Game of the Years, typically they want to pick, like, a, you know, quote, mature game. Also, why is Balatro on these? Somebody explain Balatro to me. It cannot be that good. It just looks like I'm playing poker.
Let me look.
Look, for those who haven't seen it.
Balatro is a magical mix of card games like Solitaire and Poker that lets you twist the rules in ways never seen before.
Like, I get it, but I'm still just playing a pixel card game. I just don't agree.
Well, Mizu, I think the next step is to buy the game and then play the game together so that we can understand.
Maybe. I'm not saying it's not a fun game. I'm saying I don't see how this could ever end up Game of the Year. That's just me, though.
It is a poker roguelike video. Oh, so it's a... Hang on, isn't poker already rogue? Because it's random? I'm confused here.
Okay, so Studios of the Year. Winning studio was Team Asobi, which is... Oh, they're the ones that made Astrobot. Fair. Wrong one. Arrowhead was up. Capcom was up.
Yeah, you know way Capcom was winning. They didn't do anything good this year.
Yeah, Digital Clips, 11-Bit Studios, and Visual Concepts. The others I haven't really heard of before. Oh, look, Occo. Your game actually did win PC Game of the Year.
I told you. Everybody got salty that it won. Some people saying that other games won, and I was like, nope, they win PC Game of the Year. Some people were like, oh, what was it? Some people thought that Space Marine should have been nominated for it. I was like, nope, they win PC Game of the Year. You can suck it, world. And the only reason why I'm really happy is Satisfactory's been like in development for multiple years, and the minute they come out of development, everybody starts playing the game because everybody loves it. I think they capped off at 100,000 concurrent players day one.
COD 6, Veilguard, and Animal Well, but no Stellar Blade is crazy. People really are trying to snub Stellar Blade for some reason.
They are, and it's really depressing because Stellar Blade does deserve a lot of.
Young for $2, no Stellar Blade? Damn. Honestly, Stellar Blade's problem was it didn't release on PC.
I feel like if it did, it would get more love.
Oh, 100%. Almost 100%, that's the only reason Stellar Blade doesn't have, like, a higher percentage of that. Because, like, yeah, Stellar Blade is, like, a super sexy game. Have you guys seen what Sony ponies are like, though? They're not interested in that. It was the wrong console for that. When it comes to PC, Stellar Blade is gonna have like a huge boon.
Oh yeah, I'm so ready.
And the amount of mods, bro, it's gonna look like fucking Haiti in a week.
Oh, do they need mods with how sexy some of that shit is?
Oh, you know they're gonna mod it.
I know, but like the game is literally made by the same people who make Nikke. You don't need mods for that game.
People mod Nikke.
You can always I know people will. I just don't think it's necessary with how good it looks now.
Did you see Nikke with the new Mori Calliope skin?
Oh, they have a new... Wait, they did a Mori skin thing? Oh, that's awesome.
No, it's not a Mori skin thing. Here, I'm a...
No, wait. I know what you're talking about. Like, the girl is, like, tanned or something.
Yeah.
She definitely looks like Mori, even though she's not Mori. It's like a don't copy my homework kind of deal.
Yeah, so...
Yeah!
Everybody has probably seen her before, but I have always said this. Shit, I lost my thing. There it is.
Dude, she's even got a microphone. Dude, that's just Mori!
Yeah, so a lot of people... she's one of the original Nikkes, too. Like, first release. But Volume got a new skin. Is it just called Cowgirl? Yeah, here we go.
That's just Mori, what the hell?
They now gave Volume a cowgirl skin. So that convinced me that Volume is literally just supposed to be Mori. Because I already thought she was Mori with like her whole singer shtick that she has. But then they gave her the cowgirl skin. I'm like, yeah, this is just their way to have Mori in game. 100%. I would love to see a HoloLive collab with Nikke and then give her like a actual Mori skin. I think that would be fantastic. Console Game of the Year got Helldivers 2. This one probably should have been Stellar Blade. Probably.
And it's not even on there, is it?
Nope.
Wow. What the... What is it against Stellar Blade? Like, literally, it is the game that is too sexy for people, I guess.
Yeah. Wolfsbane for $5. Sony ponies don't play their own games. They obsess over anything Xbox does. Simp for Sony and complain on Twitter. Yeah, that's about right. Sony ponies have a lot of issues. I don't know what that's about. This one's interesting. Look how many are in this category. So what is most wanted? Like anticipated, I guess, because there's Grand Theft Auto 6 in it again.
No.
I mean, I guess Deadlock got in here, so that's Look, I've played Deadlock, kind of iffy on it.
I mean, I know why it's most wanted. Anything that Valve puts their hands on, people are going to be really interested in.
I will say, chat, putting Silksong in here is a meme. Silksong is not coming out.
I told that to Tem. I was like, Tem showed me that meme of like when Trump was in office, we got Hollow Knight. And he said that...
You think we're going to get Silksong during Trump too?
That's what he thinks. That is what he thinks, unironically.
Wolfsbane for $2 again. Stellar Blade, too sexy for games media like Dead or Alive. Yeah, no, this is cope. Putting this in most wanted game is cope because it's not ever coming out. Slay the Spire 2, I could maybe see that one. The only reason I think that probably never had a chance to win is because I didn't know there was going to be a Slay the Spire 2. I mean, like, it was a super popular game, but I haven't heard a thing about there being a Slay the Spire 2.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was happening. Like, good game. Didn't know.
Doom the Dark Ages. That one probably had a chance to win. Although the hype around that one has kind of died down because it's been a hot minute since it was announced.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, it's got a gun that shoots crushed skull fragments, bro. It's so
I'm gonna
cool.
be honest. That does sound pretty cool.
Have you not seen that?
No, I don't think so. Show me.
Yeah, here it is. It's a gun that shoots crushed skull fragments. Oh, it is just so... Oh. Oh yeah, they've got like the mecha dragon too. I don't want to watch it. But yeah, no, Doom the Dark Ages is probably gonna be great. They've got a lot going on for it. And now like the Slayer has like the like little back fur, like a Viking or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. There's gonna be a lot going on with this game, and I think it's gonna be great.
I'm excited. It'll be my first Doom game too.
Have you not played the other two new ones?
Nope, I have never played Doom.
I do think you should play the They just call it Doom 2016, don't they, chat? The original Doom reboot. Best storytelling, Final Fantasy VII took it. I probably could have told you that one. I think the interesting part is Metaphor isn't on this list. Maybe they made the list before Metaphor came out? Because Metaphor is kind of new.
Yeah.
But yeah, I see Final Fantasy taking that. I have heard of MEO. I have no idea what 1,000 times resist is. Or 1,000 cross resist. Don't know Lorelei and the Laser Eyes, and I don't know what Tactical Breach Wizards is, but I'm immensely curious.
Tactical Breach Wizards. Oh my gosh. Is it just wizards with guns?
Kind of based.
What is this game?
I don't see them doing any magic, unless the bullets are the magic.
Yeah, see, like his gun is like crystallized or whatever.
That looks like a trucker dude with an AK-47. That is not a wizard. That is just a redneck American.
I could be down for this game. This looks funny.
It does look funny, yeah.
Best visual design, Black Myth Wukong took it. Now, Metaphor was out when this happened, because they nominated in visual design. It totally should have been in storytelling.
Is it a good story?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Everybody says it is.
Fair enough.
Best visual design. I understand why Black Myth Wukong took it. I would prefer games with more unique visual designs. Because admittedly, Black Myth Wukong is very generic, in my opinion. Like, it looks good for what it is, but I could point you to 30 other games, and it would have a very similar art style. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to see more games with, like, a super unique look to them. And you just don't see that anymore. People don't like to take chances with that. Best multiplayer games. I'm surprised the finals got nominated.
What is the finals?
The finals is admittedly pretty cool, honestly. The finals is a sort of a typical shooter game, right? The difference is, as you can see in the background, there's a lot of environmental destruction. And typically, instead of doing like Call of Duty, where it's like 2 teams of 16 or whatever, the finals is 4 teams of 3. And you're all competing to try and get the box that's in like these little terminals. And there's only one box active at a time most of the time. And the whole thing is just like, it's played up as an actual like show that people tune in to watch. So the announcers are always like chatting shit about the other teams, and they're always commentating over everything you do. Whenever you kill somebody, they explode into money. It's got a really cool design to it, in my opinion. But at the end of the day, it's just a shooter. So
Yeah.
you've got to like the shooters to enjoy it. Doom 2016 is not a reboot, it's a sequel of the original Doom. Order goes Doom, Doom 2, Doom 64, then Doom 2016. I mean, fair. I meant reboot in the sense that, like, kind of brought the series back because it's been gone for a while. I didn't necessarily mean, like, a total reboot. Astrobot or Metaphor should have won for visual design. Yeah, I could see that, because
Yeah.
I want, like, a new design, right? Like, when it comes to visual design, Black Myth Wukong, Sinuous Saga, and Warhammer 40,000 all have the same visual design. Like, they have different settings, sure. And especially the Warhammer setting is really cool, because I like that big cathedral type stuff. But visually, they all look very samey. Like, art-wise. Obviously, Helldivers 2 won Best Multiplayer. I'm a little iffy on having Sons of the Forest in there. It's a really fun game, but survival crafting feels weird to put in that.
Yeah, that's the one where that Lumi took us through, right?
Yes.
That was all right.
Words mean things, Mizu. I can use them whenever I want. It's my show. I will admit, on this one, I'm never good at audio design stuff. I just know if I hear it, I think it sounds good. Oh, Still Wakes the Deep was in here. I played this on stream. Yeah, no, Still Wakes the Deep is fine in there. It was really creepy, and I loved it. What about you guys? Do you have opinions on any of these?
On best audio design?
Yeah.
I don't know. The only one of those that I know is Alan, or not Alan. Well, I know Alan Wake roughly. Sorry, I'm looking at the next category.
Yeah, you're looking at expansion.
I would say that Astrobot probably is better.
Yeah, no, that made sense. Elden Ring Shadow of the Erd Tree won expansion. I actually didn't know the Joysticks had an expansion category. That's fair. I don't really care about any of these. Why Alan Wake 2? Alan Wake 2 wasn't good in general. Why would the expansion be any better? Best indie game, self-published. Okay, that's an interesting one. They actually have a specific category for self-published. As I played another Crab's Treasure on stream, I can agree with that. I also played Crow Country, and I thought Crow Country was pretty great.
Which one was Crow Country again? Was it a horror game?
Yeah, it's imagine taking like the old Silent Hills or Resident Evil, like the really old ones, and trying to make a new game for it.
Yeah.
But then giving the character styles like old Final Fantasy VII looks. It was this one. From everything I saw in Crow Country, it was fun. But you guys know me, I'm not like really big on horror, honestly.
No.
But yeah, it's more like a horror puzzle type game.
It does okay. For being a horror game, it doesn't look that scary. Maybe there's like, was it really scary or?
No, it was fine with it, but it can get stressful because you know you've got to deal with these things all the time, and because it's kind of Resident Evil, Silent Hill-ish, you really don't get much ammo.
Yeah.
Best indie game, Balatro took it, which fine. If you guys really want this Balatro, you could have this Balatro.
I don't know any of the other games there, so, you know, whatever.
Yeah. Best soundtrack, Final Fantasy Rebirth took it, which fair, I guess.
As expected.
This is the first time I've seen Shin Megami Tensei on any of these lists. Best early access game went to Lethal Company. You know what? Fair.
They deserve it.
Let them take their W, bro.
They deserve it.
I could have seen it go to Pal World. I don't think Hades 2 should have it.
I'm surprised Pal World didn't get anything.
Yeah. If they had like a survival crafting category, I think Pal World would take it. I've seen the new Deep Rock Galactic game. It's kind of I'm kind of played out on Survivor-like games.
Oh yeah.
Hollow Cure is the best one.
So what kind of game is Hollow Cure?
Vampire Survivor.
Okay.
Survivor-like is, I think, what people have decided to call them. Specifically after Vampire Survivors. I don't think Hades 2 should be in here at all. I think Hades 2 should have released as a full game. I don't really think they should have even be doing early access with the amount of success they had with Hades. But that's my personal opinion.
Uh-huh.
I don't know anything about this. But
Which
I
one?
mean...
Oh, best
yeah.
gaming software.
Yeah, like, I mean... This was an unfair category to start with, because you've got, like, a bunch of hardware pieces, and then you've got the Steam Deck. Like, obviously it's going to be the Steam Deck. That's something tangible that people have as, like, a finished product, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, a lot of people want an NVIDIA GeForce
Wait.
470, but that's a graphics card. Like, that's a specific piece.
I don't know what this list is. Literally, it should just be, like, put the Switch on there. Put the Asus ROG Zephyrus, because that is another gaming type. Put the Steam Deck on there, but don't put a
Wait,
fucking... Yes, the Asus ROG is a is basically a Steam Deck
Oh,
competitor.
it's a computer. It's a laptop. That's what
Oh,
I'm
I thought
talking
it
about.
was-
Is this category feels weird. Because, like, obviously Steam Deck was going to win because it's an actual, like, full gaming system. RTX, like, even though people want it, it's just the graphics card. Like, there's nothing else with it. What is a Turtle Beach Stealth Ultra? Is it just a controller? Wait, what? What is this?
What kind?
Is it just a controller with like a really fancy display on it?
Good lord.
Okay, what are these others? What's a Backbone 1? An iPhone game controller. Really? Is this a joke?
No.
Is this a prank category?
And
This is specifically, it looks like marketed towards PlayStation, so you can remote play it. I don't know. And then, I'm pretty sure the LG Ultra Gear is probably a cell phone.
Probably.
it's a monitor.
It's just the monitor! What is this category?
Most wanted hardware.
Look, there is no normal gamer that is like... I'm not talking like people that are super into tech stuff. I'm talking about you're just average PC gamer. There's nobody that's like, oh god, that monitor is just so hot. You take whatever monitor you can get most of the time. You don't care.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. I know I have HP monitors and like a
I have Dells.
I have a Sony 3D TV that my dad gave me after he no longer needed it because it's a Sony 3D TV. But like, you know, I don't really care as long as I can play the game. Like, okay, unironically, you know those people that like get really heavy on refresh rates on their computers? Like, I understand if you are really deep into having your computer like fast and like you're in an esports team, I kind of get having like an instant refresh rate.
Yeah.
But I just don't see a delay on my computer screen, period. Ever. And my computer screens are like not the best in the world.
Yeah. Helldivers took best game trailer, which for like fair enough, bro. That trailer was pretty good.
Oh, my family's dead. You can fight the resistance. I do agree that that is probably the best opening trailer. I re-listened to it many times.
So this one kind of threw me off. Best game adaptations. Fallout took it. This one included Borderlands. Yeah, everybody
I heard the
wants to
Borderlands
play
one
Borderlands.
sucked.
Borderlands one was terrible. Halo on its face was awful.
I mean, technically, out of all of those, Fallout was probably the best to win.
Yeah. Why is Arcane not in this? That feels like it's snubbed. That is so bizarre that Arcane is not in this. They're all bad. Yeah, everything in this list is bad. Which is why it's so weird that Arcane was not included. Game adaptation of a game. I will say, so this is probably an odd thing to say, I'm not sure Knuckles counts. Because while Sonic is a game, it feels more like it's a franchise. You know what I mean? Like, because if we're really going strict to game adaptation and we're allowing, like, Knuckles in, why isn't the Mario movie in?
You know what? You bring up a good point. I haven't seen the Mario movie for any of this. Did they just forget that movie exists?
Eh. Didn't Arcane only have 3 episodes at the time? Wolfsbane for $2. I actually don't know when they were picking stuff for this, because this, like, released today. So that could be it. But if Arcane wasn't done, Metaphor wasn't even close to out, Metaphor was nominated. So I don't know about that. Best lead performer, Cody Christian as Cloud Strife. Don't really care about any of these. I never really care about the English performers.
No, see, the whole reason why they do that is because like a Hollywood thing. And in my personal opinion, the Hollywood thing in that regard is just slowly dying. And I will be fine when it does.
Best supporting performer also got Final Fantasy, Brianna White as Aerith.
Wow.
Wow.
So here's an interesting one. The Still Play Award for mobile. Honkai Star Rail got it, which is fair. Honkai Star Rail is still super popular.
It should have gone to Nikke. Snub.
Yeah.
Nikke wasn't even on the list. Oh my gosh, and that's also the Stellar Blade people. They're just snubbing the Stellar Blade people. They don't like Korea.
They don't like hot women.
Yeah, pretty much.
I feel saddened.
Still playing award console and PC. Minecraft one? Look, that's not really fair. Honestly.
Yeah. Like, have they seen the Minecraft movie?
Minecraft is going for like what? Almost 15 years?
Yeah. Like,
Almost.
I'm gonna
Holy
be honest.
shit, this game is 15 years. Wait, hold on.
Minecraft really isn't fair to include in that list. It's gonna win every time.
It is 15 years old. What the fuck?
God, don't
Chad,
make me
this
feel old.
game, This game is a teenager.
But Warframe got nominated. Look at that.
Warframe's 11 years old too. I
Naraka
love
Blade
that.
Point got nominated. I like Naraka. Even though people always kick my ass at it. And then the last through looks like people just voted. Streamer's Choice was chained together, which
That makes sense.
is admittedly a streamer bait game.
It is.
Breakthrough Award was Balatro. I just don't see it, chat. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be mean to this game. I just do not see it.
I find it hilarious that a game that neither of us have heard of before is for some reason winning this.
Winning everything. Like, I haven't seen anybody play it before.
Like, maybe I'm just stupid. Like, maybe I just need to play this game. I don't know.
You know what? Chat does bring up a good point. Why is League of Legends not in this? You're going to put Dota 2 in here and Valorant, but you're not going to put League of Legends. Really? I'm pretty sure more people play League than Dota. At least in the West. I think over eastward it's a bit more equitable. And then Critics' Choice Award went to Helldivers 2, which is fair. I understand everything but Balatro. I don't understand why Balatro is so popular. Do you guys have any other comments?
I'm just surprised that Stellar Blade wasn't on. Like, I'm just surprised it's not allowed to be on there.
Yeah, they don't like Stellar Blade. Really don't.
They hate beautiful women.
I know. It doesn't make any sense. I don't understand, like, when we lost the sex sells mindset and it just died. It died, like, all at once, too. I don't understand. Wolfsbane for $2. Dead Man's Hand greater than Balatro for the funny moments.
It's another game I don't know what it is.
Dead Man's Hand.
And then Abduello, thank you for the 2. That poker game seems very astroturfed. I see it everywhere, and yet I have never seen very many people play it.
Oh, is this it? This old Xbox game? I don't know. Apparently there's a lot of things called Dead Man's Hand, so it's hard to find it. $2 from Obadulilo?
Oh, I read that one.
Oh, you did?
Yep.
Yeah, I can agree. It feels very astroturfed. Nikke should have won the oiled up twerk off.
I agree.
Agreed.
I haven't lost the sex sells mindset. The DEI bridge people hate that mindset, so they can't acknowledge it. That's fair. But chat, as long as nobody has anything else to say, I will move on to the next thing. We actually went on that for an hour, by the way.
I told you we could probably talk about that for a while.
Yeah, but I don't like stretching things, you know me.
I know. Well, it depends on what you're stretching.
Calm down. We're
Let
gonna
her
go back
cook.
to the YouTube one, I think. Yep, there we go. So, Dama, did you see what happened with BlueSky?
I kinda did.
So I don't have the BlueSky message because I don't really have my BlueSky connected on my PC. It's just on my phone. But everybody from Twitter was moving over to BlueSky, and then BlueSky posted this message on their own platform. In the past 24 hours, we have received more than 42,000 reports, about 3,000 reports an hour. To put that into context, in all of 2023, we received 360,000 reports. We're triaging this large queue so the most harmful content, such as CSAM, is removed quickly. So BlueSky is having some trouble with their new influx of people.
So BlueSky is really interesting because obviously there's one group of people that's really moving towards it. Well, I don't think that it's all left-leaning people. I think that some of them are like artists that feel disenfranchised by Twitter. They're moving over there, thinking that they're going to move to an experience that will treat them better, not understanding that BlueSky is going to be exactly the same, if not worse, because they don't realize their AI policies are pretty similar. I've actually talked at length with that to a couple of artists, and they told me they don't really care, which is kind of sad. And some of them say that they just don't want to be in Musk land anymore, which is kind of fair. I'm not going to say that Musk is the greatest, but he is pretty good in my personal opinion. I think he has made Twitter way better than what it used to be, and I'm kind of happy with where Twitter is for the most part. But a lot of these people are jumping over to this platform. And what's funny is, and I've seen this with a couple of VTubers. I saw this today. Did you guys see what Merriweather posted today on his account?
The comic about moving to BlueSky.
The comic about chat. Merriweather made a comic about moving to BlueSky, and he posted it on Twitter. I don't understand why. Well, okay. I do know why. When you are a creator, your goal is to post things in the place where it means the most. But he's making a comic about leaving Twitter and then posting it on Twitter. It's kind of like the person when they say, I am leaving, and everybody's like, we don't care, go the fuck away.
We don't care.
And so it's just like, it's really funny to me. Because you got a lot of these people. I know that Crimbo, and I'll only bring him up briefly, was like, hey, I'm leaving. And then he recently came back to Twitter to say, I disagree with Legal Mindset's take on BlueSky. I'm going to make a video on it. Right after saying, oh, I'm going to leave BlueSky. I'm not going to use it anymore. What does he do? He posts, he's not going to use Twitter anymore. And then he posts a video on Twitter saying that he's not using BlueSky, but he's also going to be fighting other people about why he likes BlueSky. So all of these people are hypocrites. And when they say that they're quote unquote leaving Twitter, they're just like holding on to they're not going to delete their account, because if they deleted their account, then you could take their username. So objectively, they have only negative reasons to do that. But like none of them are quote unquote leaving the platform.
Yeah, they still post it on the platform.
Yeah, and they never will. Like I'm waiting, and unfortunately, Joe Cat has the amazing and beautiful Joe Cat has like locked his account, but I'm pretty sure that Joe Cat has tweeted. I don't know that for sure, but I bet you he probably has.
Wolfsane for 5, called Liar's Deck. It's a Russian roulette poker game with animal avatars. It's also a streamer game, but more hilarious than Balatro. And Abdulo for $5. Funny how those content creators were like, Twitter is dead after Elon bought it. Now they're fleeing X just as all the big name ads are returning. I think the funny one is people that deleted all of their tweets.
Yeah, I've seen.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes me so sad. I see so many artists that are wiping their Twitters, getting rid of all of their Twitter posts, and to be like, bro, you realize the moment that you decide to come back, you're going to regret deleting all of your horny posts that everybody like and retweet. Like, you're going to have to repost all of those. And because of how Twitter's algorithm works, that could get them shadow banned. And then their reach is going to be even worse than when they first were here.
It's not good. And then there's the people that just outright deleted their accounts and didn't just lock them. They're even worse off, especially the ones that already had like fairly sizable followings. You're just starting over.
I saw a few artists like that. And what really is sad is some of these people are like, oh, but my engagement is so much more organic over there. It's like, motherfucker, what are you, so are you
what
saying,
defines organic?
Like, I kind of understand what they're saying. They're saying they don't want, like, the craziness of Twitter. But, like, it's the craziness of Twitter that put them where they are right now. They wouldn't be where they are right now without Twitter being in this place it is. And the fact that they are trying to jump ship because they don't like Elon Musk, none of these people know how a business works. Like, I know a lot of people on the platform, they're like, I don't like Elon Musk, but I'm not leaving just because a bunch of other people are, because they know that Twitter is where it's at. Like, a lot of artists will continue to grow on Twitter. And in fact, I wholeheartedly believe some of the artists that don't believe in the hype of leaving will actually get bigger because they are the ones that are left over. My personal opinion, though.
Chat, this is a Twitter account Occo sent me.
I'd be careful. I don't know how safe for work all of that is.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to go much further down. Occo's trying to risk us, chat.
Just got monetization. Time to take it away again.
Yeah.
Gone.
But chat, that's all there really is with BlueSky. Somebody had asked it earlier, so I'll answer it now. Yes, even though there's been a lot of reports of CSAM to BlueSky, almost all of it is lolly. But BlueSky does have rules against lolly, so even people posting completely like safe for work lolicon have been banned. A lot of Japanese artists that kind of left to BlueSky thinking it was a better platform immediately got banned the same day and came right back to Twitter.
That's kind of sad.
Yeah.
It's a sad circle.
The cute and funny is not allowed on BlueSky. They must stay with the evil bigoted Twitter with Elon Musk.
Yeah, it didn't work very well. But we do have. I don't really like covering stories like this, chat, because you never. It's two sides, and one side could be lying, and it's hard to tell who's who, honestly. But sometimes somebody responds to it responds to allegations in such a bizarre roundabout way that you have to feel like they're hiding something. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know what you mean.
Because like if somebody came up to, like publicly like tried to accuse me of something on Twitter, right? And they're like, "Oh, right. you clearly like assaulted somebody." I'd be like, "You're fucking crazy. That didn't happen. Bye."
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's like such an easy response to give.
It's like context needed. Bye-bye.
Yeah. But other people, like, they talk around it so much that it's like, I kind of feel like you're hiding something. And it doesn't make sense either. Because even if you are a bad person that actually did that thing, why aren't you just saying, don't care, you're lying, and just hope they don't have the proof? Like, why are you trying to talk around it? You know?
Yeah.
Also, we'll spend $5. They didn't even look at BlueSky's terms. Anything you post on there could be used for their AI, so they're leaving to a platform with the same problem. But yes, some people in chat already guessed it. It is Tectone. So...
This man gets in drama a lot.
So, for those of you who don't know, Tectone is a YouTuber who covers, like, gacha games and stuff. Very, very controversial figure in the gacha gaming space. Because, first off, he's really annoying. Second off, I have this for you guys. I'll play this real quick.
Oh, boy.
I thought he was right. I agree. I do think it's a little bit hypocritical of me to follow people who I know like lollies. I definitely think that's hypocritical. But the thing is, Joey's one of the reasons why I started YouTube, and Lucari's one of my best friends, so he's gonna have to overlook shit sometimes, just to be completely honest. I agree, it's completely hypocritical.
Yeah, so to clarify, chat, Tectone has very publicly said, if you like lollies, you are a pedo. And then somebody says, well, what about your friends that like lollies? And his response to somebody, according to him, in his mind, saying, what about your friends that are pedophiles? His response is, sometimes you have to overlook things.
That's
What?
That's like literally me when somebody's saying, "Oh, Mizu like killed somebody," and I'm like, "Oh, I'll overlook it because he's my friend."
He's my
She's
friend.
like, "No, if Mizu killed a person, I'm gonna like be like, no, I can't be your friend anymore, buddy."
Yeah, like I've told Occo and Luby publicly and privately before, if they get in like trouble and I find out they've been sexting kids, I will be the first one to nail them to the wall. There is no like, oh, we're friends. Like if I find it and there's like genuine proof that it happened, I am nailing them to the wall. Not even a
Yeah.
question.
And I would deserve it too because that's disgusting.
And he's just like, no, you don't understand. Like, they're my friends. Sometimes you look over things.
Sometimes you look over things.
So that's one of the reasons he is like deeply controversial. But a while back, he got a divorce. I don't ever cheer on people getting divorced because, you know, the sanctity of marriage and all that garbage. Look, I think everybody deserves to be happy and in a happy relationship. Not everybody,
Except for
most
some
people. Most people.
Most people.
Some
deserve
people do
happiness.
not deserve happiness.
But his ex posted this, which somebody has saved. How are you supposed to feel if a guy is abusive and makes you cry, then shoves your head in his crotch, demands you suck him off, and his excuse is emotion just turns me on when you cry?
Ew.
I'm sorry.
So by itself, this is just an accusation. That alone, for me, isn't enough, right? Because she could be lying. You never know. She could just be looking for like some quick Twitter clout. She could be like deranged and trying to get back at him because they were mean to each other. But he decided to respond.
God.
And she didn't even name him too. That's the thing.
Yeah, he decided to respond. And
Okay? So if you're confused, you're going to stay confused. Because this shit is not about content for me. Okay? I know the person who needs to hear this is going to hear this. And I mean this genuinely. Okay? I did everything for you. I helped you with everything. I fixed everything for you. I was there for you like nobody else was there for you in your whole life. Your words, not mine. The fact that you're letting these people get into your ear, people, the same people who are talking behind my back illegally, by the way, the same people who placed me under an NDA, where I cannot talk about them. I know they're talking to you right now behind the scenes. And they're getting you to believe in bullshit. You're talking to retard after retard, letting them get in your head
You can't say
and
that.
make you imagine problems that never happened. And it's insane how these things that have happened in your own mind, you are now coming at me.
so his response is, I did everything for you and this happened in your mind.
Yeah, that's a lot of I statements. That's not good.
That's the thing, chat. Like, it could be a lie. But his response to that should be, she's lying because she's mad at me or some shit. I don't know what this roundabout is. Like, it's just all over the place.
It sounds like he's trying to appeal to emotions. And here's the thing. When people already get in their head that you're guilty, it doesn't matter if you're innocent. You can't appeal to emotions. You have to go straight facts mode and just say, nope, this is a lie. They're lying 110% categorically untrue. And then you're done. You can't appeal to emotions because the people that will side with you don't care about that. They want to see cold hard facts.
Yeah.
Which he is not giving.
So I'm not going to say, like, this is going to happen one way or the other way. I will say this response makes me a lot more sympathetic to the girl. This response is so bad.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what you mean. And oh man. Especially just over and over him saying, I did everything for you. Those were your words. I did everything for you. That is like a textbook manipulative statement.
Yep.
And it's just like in this situation that doesn't matter.
Yeah. But that's something like
Like-
if you and your partner were talking like to a therapist and you told the therapist, no, you don't understand. I've done everything for her. She owes me. The therapist would smack you and be like, do you hear yourself? That's what is wrong with you? But like by itself, that's just such a bad statement.
At that point, the therapist was not on your side.
Super chat was in response to Occo's hypothetical. If Mizu killed someone, it depends on the context. Depends. Was it a PDF file, Mizu? I mean, I would still, even if they killed somebody like that, I'd be like, we don't kill people. Killing bad.
Like if it was in self-defense, that at that point I don't consider it killing somebody. I consider it
We're not talking
self-defense.
self-defense. We're talking, I guess, like
Yeah.
seeking out a bad person.
Yeah, don't seek out bad people, chat. Because there is no way you can be justified in the law for that. Not even cops can be justified in that way.
But yeah, Chata has the right of it. He could simply say that's a lie. She's surrounded with people riling her up and leave it at that. That's what he should do. But instead, he's like
Yeah.
doing this big roundabout thing. And it makes him sound guilty as fuck.
It does. It does, and I don't...
If I was his PR
Man.
manager, I am rolling in my grave.
Streamers are so retarded, man. Like-
It's so bad. So dumb.
Why are streamers so stupid?
Yeah, so we will somewhat keep an eye on this story. Mostly because I don't like Tectone. But I am leaning to the side of you need proof kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm just telling you, Tectone, you're not helping yourself.
No.
Especially when
No,
you're like,
not.
I can't technically talk about you because I'm technically under an NDA, but you know who you are. That's not how an NDA works.
At that point, he shouldn't even be bringing this up, period.
Yeah. Like, this is not how an NDA works. I don't know how your
'Cause, like-
NDA works. This is not how a normal one works.
Like, if it was really under an NDA, he would not be touching this, period. He would just, like, if somebody asked him about it, he could say, I can't talk about it, period. And then say, I'll address it when it's possible for me. But if he's under NDA, he can't be even doing this, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, like I'm not buying this. Sorry, bro. You're gonna need to try harder. Also, I'm sorry, chat. I kind of spoiled our next little thing, which admittedly this is super short. But Johnny Somali is tempting fate still, while he is currently he's currently awaiting a trial or sentencing. I'm not sure which. His passport has been revoked, so he can't leave South Korea, and he is still publicly threatening to do more illegal shit in South Korea to piss people off. He is just tempting fate at this point.
It's one of those things where I wish Lumi was here so she could scree.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't understand why this man is still going. Like, unironically, is it going to take this man, like, getting arrested and put in jail? Like, does this man have to be in a prison cell without a phone before he realizes, oh shit, it's over?
I don't think he cares either way.
You don't think so? I don't know. This man must have some sort of, like, wish of pain and suffering, because I don't understand it.
He either is not taking anything seriously, or he actually just thrives in being able to go this far.
Because what actually put this on my timeline was somebody that retweeted this article, or this Dextero post, and they said that they believe Johnny Somali was some sort of trickster spirit, because he seemed to constantly be able to get into trouble, but nobody ever seems to be able to do anything about him.
Wait. Are people saying he's Loki?
They didn't call him Loki. I think they called him like a Kappa.
What does his parents think? That's a good question. I don't know.
They were referring to him more in like a kappa or kitsune, like a spirit, that there are many of them, and he is just one of the many, but he's taken like a human form and he's just bullshitting around.
Are you saying that we have a ancient spirit, a kitsune spirit that is in a
To be fair, those
in a-
spirits aren't necessarily ancient.
I know. I just think it's funny that we've got like a kitsune spirit that's dressed up as a black dude going around causing mayhem. in
He's about
Asian
as ugly
countries.
as a yokai. I take great exception to that statement.
You know what, Mizu? I kind of want that to be true. I really hope that he is some sort of yokai, because then it would be funnier. I'd be down for that being a possibility.
Japan gave him a choice of leaving and being banned from Japan for 5 years or spend serious time in jail. Korea is not going to give him the choice. I'm surprised Korea isn't just going to like cane him.
Well, it's mainly because he's
American
not.
No,
yeah,
or
like,
British. I
other
don't know where he's from.
I think was it Taiwan? There is a country that like will still cane people. It doesn't matter where you're
Taiwan.
from. Is Taiwan? Okay, yeah. They don't care.
They get caught doing it to American tourists all the time.
That's why you don't do this.
He'd
Apparently
probably
it hurts
cry
like
for
a
the U.S.
bitch.
embassy anyway.
I don't think they'd let him in.
I hope they wouldn't.
Have you seen that he might be getting a Terry charge? I honestly don't know what that is. I will have
What's
to
a
watch Legal
Terry?
Mindset, and he'll
Oh.
have to explain.
No,
Singapore, thank you, chat.
Terry isn't terrorist.
Oh.
Yeah, fair. But before we go tonight, chat, we'll do one more thing. So this was
Oh,
published on International Men's Day, so I took a bit of exception to it.
By the way, chat, International Men's Day was on the 19th. It was good.
Yeah.
I had a stream on the 20th. We talked about men's mental health. It was beautiful.
So the context of this is they're definitely seeing a bunch of tweets from male VTubers talking about some of their struggles, and they're like, you know what we need to do on International Men's Day? We need to talk about how women don't have it easier in VTubing, even though they factually do. I hate the attitude of
Factually.
girls have it easier to grow. Bruh, we don't live in 2016 when being a girl streamer was so rare, especially in the VTubing space. It's so saturated these days that you just need to try your best to stand out and find something to catch and keep people's attention with. Trust me, being a girl is not it. Being active, engaging with community, and creating a brand is the way. Not just assuming if you had tits, your life would be easier. I see so many people complaining they can't grow, but when you look at their tweets or streams, they don't reply to a single message or comment. Engagement is the key, but also from your side. Booba is pretty though, I love. The big part of their statement that they really fuck up on is they don't reply to a single message or comment. They don't reply to a single message or comment because men are not getting messages and comments. Women are. Because a bunch of thirsty dudes are showing up to talk about how pretty you are.
And
You dumbass.
it's one of those things where I'm sitting and I'm observing and I'm like, this person really just doesn't understand how it works. Like, men are way more physical in terms of what they like. Sometimes women can be physical as well, but women are more emotionally attracted, and men are way more physically attracted. There's a reason why male streamers typically don't get as much love, because unless you like are a femboy that will also appeal to other men, or you are a boyfriend experience that will appeal to women who like boyfriend experiences, male VTubers typically don't get the same love. That's why female VTubers, which are very more physically based, will be more popular. It's because men like to look at things very physically. The fact that people don't understand this or refuse to understand this is very confusing to me, because that's the game. That's how it works.
They also really fall into this really dumb mindset that you often hear of, well, the top streamers are men, therefore men have it easier. That's like saying because Jeff Bezos owns Amazon, that if I went out today and I tried to open a company, I would immediately be successful because we're both men, and clearly that's all that matters. Like, no, there's a little more going on there. With women, it's not saying that, and this was my response tweet to her, I'm not saying you are guaranteed success because you are a female VTuber. I am saying that when you press live and a man presses live, you inherently have a small buff that he does not have. Because he's going to have a bunch of people overlook his stream immediately, whereas way more people are going to initially click on yours. And then this also kind of happened when some people were bringing up like Johnny Somali and like, well, what about these men that got like super popular? On like the bell curve, men typically take up every single space on the extremely far right and far left, which means men make up a majority of the geniuses and a majority of the morons. And you know what is really popular with streaming? Geniuses and morons. So that's why men make up most of the top spaces, because we have all the idiots and all the smart people.
It's very accurate, yeah.
So that's how you end up with Johnny Somali and Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast is your genius side, Johnny Somali is your idiot side. Both of them are deeply popular because Mr. Beast knows how to game the system, whereas Johnny Somali is an abject trash fire that everybody wants to see get beat with a stick in the street.
It's accurate though, chat. Very accurate.
And I had
name 5 male VTubers. Thank you for the 5.
Because I had a lot of people try and disagree with me on that. And they're like, no, the women don't have like an inherent buff because there are all these men that are the top of streaming. And then they'll mention people like PewDiePie. It's like, PewDiePie's been around for like 20 years. That doesn't count.
And PewDiePie's not really that much of a streamer. He streams whenever the thing with PewDiePie is he is retired. With all things considered, he is a retired streamer. He does what he wants when he wants because now he made a lot of money. He lives in Japan. He lives the dream that every fucking person would love to live. And he does whatever he wants. I don't consider him like an active streamer or content creator. I consider him I'll do what I want when I want creator.
Yeah.
But like that's my big point with tweets like this, is the only reason men typically dominate the top of streaming is once they do get a following, they typically have like a lot more of what people want to see, which is like the hyper autistic commitment to one specific thing, or the absolute abject trash fire that it's hard to look away from.
Pretty much. And it's just like No, yeah. Sorry, I don't know where I was going with that.
One of the people that responded to me was, so you're saying women are smarter than men? When I said that, I was like, no, I'm saying women on average are average, whereas men on average are either really smart or really stupid.
Yeah. Two extremes of the same kind.
Look, ladies, that's the buff you get. All of you are average. That means all of you have about equal treatment with every other woman. With men, a lot of us are average, but there's a large portion of us that are like Einstein level geniuses, and then there's a large portion of us that struggle to get out of bed because we don't know what direction is up.
He's not wrong.
You get to escape that roll of the dice and be average across the board. That is your blessing from God. You don't have to chance it. Us, we have to chance it. And admittedly, a lot of us will fall in the middle. But at least we don't fall on like the redneck sister fucker side. I'm just saying.
Oh my gosh. No, I'm not disagreeing.
Look, ladies, if you want the chance to be like the next Mr. Beast, you also have to be willing to take like a 25% chance that you end up the next Johnny Somali. Are you taking your
Oh.
chance?
Oh.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Dama, do you
have
want to
to
be
roll
the
the
next Johnny
dice for
Somali?
both. You can't choose one.
No.
There's a number of men who would forget how to breathe if it was not an automatic bodily function.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm really sad to have to know that to be the truth.
What's so wrong with Alabama tradition, Mizu? Look, as long as your sister's hot, there's nothing wrong with it. Just don't produce any kids.
I got nothing to say there.
I'm gonna hold my tongue.
Women are mid, Mizu 2024. They are, and I will die on this hill.
Damn.
And I'm allowed to say that
Damn.
because I've dated many women. Also, Dama's a woman, so. And
Yeah.
Lumi. I have experience with women, chat. And Occo's a half woman, so.
Yes. I wasn't gonna say anything because I don't count, but you know.
Just like Lumi's a half Mexican, Occo's a half woman. So I get a half point on that.
It works.
Personally, I think all warning labels should be removed and let Darwin sort it all out. I'm fine with that. Fun fact, there's a warning label on Fruit of the Loom underwear that tells you it's flammable.
Do you really? Oh, it's kind of worrying me that people don't know that.
There is a belief that it is from a hidden lawsuit that nobody's found yet. That
Were
somebody's
people
underwear caught on
burning
fire.
underwear and socks?
Likely
I-
while they were still wearing it.
I believe you. That's the problem.
But chat, before I get myself in any more trouble, I'm gonna let Occo and Dama talk for a minute before I close the stream.
No, I mean, like, I agree with you, because like, chat, I can only go with my own personal experience. Because when I started streaming, when I wanted to be a VTuber, I always knew I wanted to be a VTuber, but I never wanted to do the dude thing, and it was kind of subconscious, at least for me. But like, I got to a point where I realized that if I wanted to be a dude, I had to compete with literally nobody but the female VTubers. Because if you look at it, and I'm not trying to be mean here, there are very few male VTubers that actually like break out into it. The people that I see that are VTubers that are male that break out into it, like Admiral Baru, were not VTubers to begin with. They were just already a big creator. So there's kind of like a choice that you have to make if you're a male creator, what direction you want to go. And I decided to go the direction of, I like Big Booba. I like staring at Big Booba. Excuse me. So I'm gonna make a female model, and I'm gonna do everything I can to make people enjoy the voice that goes with, so that that they enjoy listening to me. And it's worked out so far for me. And I do believe that like there is that some people can like grow as a male VTuber. But the problem is like half the time, most of the male VTubers end up either being scumbags or that nobody just finds the good ones, which really sucks. No, yeah, that's really it. They either are scumbag or nobody finds them because they never break out, and it really sucks. I
Yeah.
don't know. My apologies, I don't want to speak too much.
No, you're good. Dama, did you have anything to add to that?
Nope.
I don't know. I feel like there's an inherent like disconnect from female VTubers, and it's really saddening because yeah, it would be great if the male VTubers could turn on the camera and get the exact same results that some female VTubers get. And I'm not going to say that every single female VTuber does get that, but it is very, very, very common that if you are a female with a VTuber model, if you know what men like and you know what gets views, for some people it's the big booba, for some people it's the cute and funny. If you turn on the camera and you know how to spin the audience, you will do decently well. I know a lot of small people that I've seen recently that have grown and actively gained an audience, and they're a lady, and they do really good at what they do, which is just being entertaining. So, and unfortunately, I just don't see any males that are like that. I guess Tiger would probably be the only one that I could think of. I don't know.
Yeah.
Tiger's a little bit different though, because again, they're doing the femboy thing.
But chat, do you guys in chat have anything you want to add to us before we close out tonight? We admittedly went a little longer than I thought we'd even be able to, honestly.
I think the Joystick Awards thing helped out with that.
I did a little bit.
Yeah.
And I really got nothing else, honestly. It's been, honestly, on the side of VTubers, has been kind of a quiet week. Maybe all of them moving to BlueSky will slowly fix things. We'll not get any more Google Docs anymore because all of these people go to another platform.
Yeah.
That ain't gonna happen.
Well, guys, I wanted to say we really appreciate you guys showing up. It's nice to have you all here. And we hope to maybe see you guys next week, next Thursday.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
two want to advertise yourself?
Dama, you go first.
Oh god. Oh. Why you guys always put me on the spot?
Well, everybody knows me. I'm gonna go after you.
Hi.
You good, Dama?
Yeah. I really don't know what to say.
Now you're good.
Well, chat, good night. Love you all. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You know what? For our comment, let's do a comment of the day. If you've watched this far, go down below once the stream is over and give us your game of the year. I want to know your game of the year, your personal one. It doesn't have to be something that was genuinely like super popular, just something you
That's a
really
good
like.
idea. That's a good idea, yeah.
Yeah, so bye guys. Give us your game of the year in the comments, and we'll see you all next Thursday. Night all.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.